Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Wargaming.net the Wargaming.net League Gold Series. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny.
Lisa Edison 99.
And tonight, well, we got some bad news, unfortunately. Yep. TCSG did not have all 7 of their members present in the channel they were supposed to be in. So unfortunately, that means they were disqualified for tonight's match.
They only have 6 people here, so even you have 6, we cannot allow you guys, up only for 6. So
yeah, I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate, but I mean, I feel like maybe there should be some more flex or more lax rules on that. This is only my personal opinion. Like, say for each minute beforehand that someone is late, give the other team 1 point, but don't disqualify the other team completely.
Yeah, but no, right now, rule is here right now. Maybe we cannot revise that, but on this season we still have to follow that.
All right. So that means we're just going to dive straight into who playing Huam. PvP Super Friends versus Horseman. This ought to be very even, but I'm leaning a little bit towards the Horseman side of things. It seems like their team has very strong coordinated firepower.
Yeah, but the Batman's still there. Yeah, Batman is really nice commander, so he on the play style of PvP, they play really free. They don't have the really how to say that, a same model on the attack or something like that. They love to play like, okay, the Batman saying, okay, we gotta play like this.
All right.
Play like that.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. That's not a bad what's the word I'm looking for, assessment of PvP Super Friends. And let's not forget they went to the Season 1 Grand Finals of this year. So now we're gonna dive straight into the rules and give you guys an explanation in case this happens to be your first time watching. So you can only have 2 tank loadouts per team. That can either be the 686, which is 6 tier 8 tanks and 1 tier 6 tank, or you can have a 587, which is going to be 5 tier 8 tanks and 2 tier 7 tanks. It's entirely up to the preference of the team. One match consists of 2 maps and a maximum of 8 battles. One map includes 4 battles where each team plays 2 times in attack and 2 times in defense. The roles played are according to the following: attack, attack, defense, defense. And to win the match, the team needs 5 battles out of 8 under their belt in victory. If one team gets 5 wins, remaining battles are not played. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Let's just put it this way. Once you get to 5 points, no more games are played. But in the event that we should see a 4-4, we'll see a tiebreaker. Tiebreaker, the winner gets 2 points, the loser gets 1. And that's kind of something, I guess you'd say, not meant to punish teams that go very, very even in their matches. Now we're going to dive into the standings for Gold Series, guys. Remind you of everything as it is right now. There it is. Gold team efficiency at 3 wins and 0 defeats. Elong at 3 wins and 1 defeat. And Horseman's at 2 and 0. Is that
it's wrong
correct?
Again.
It's wrong again?
Yeah, they got a 1-1, I think. So only 3 points.
Who did they lose to? Was it yeah, they lost to Charlotte Tiger.
Charlotte Tiger, so the Charlotte Tiger should be 3 wins with 1 lose.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. And the reason why we actually see 5 points there for Charlotte Tiger is because yesterday they won, or excuse me, day before yesterday they beat Front Mission in a tiebreaker, which only gave them 2 points, while their first game, or their first win, gave them 3 points.
Yeah, but the formation should be 7 points, right?
Yeah.
And the Charlotte Tiger should be 7. 2.
No. Front Mission should be 7, but Charlotte Tiger should be 8. 8.
No.
Right? Because they won against Horseman.
Oh, yeah, 8.
So it should be 8. They should be slightly above that of Front Mission if we're reading this correctly. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
And Phoenix, Super Friends, and Coalition, they're trailing it. They haven't gotten any wins. It's not looking too good. I mean, yeah. But here we go. Of course, NVIDIA Aces, they're showing that they want to get back into the Gold Series.
Yeah, they're going to come back soon, I think.
And then we got Run and
B-Gaming.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah, of course, B-Gaming is Japanese. I forget. Yep. Run is
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Maybe I could use their contact information after this game. There's also PvP Missionary, just trailing it a little bit with 1-1. LXG at 1-1. Pacific Rim Gaming at 0-3. LOD at 0-3. That's LOD. And Gas Plus Night Eagles. Wow. That's
yeah, but on the first season we didn't use the new rule. No, they got a different group on random. So sometimes if you got a really nice group, it got high chance to the gold league. But after the first season, we got up down. The rule of up down. So the label of a gold series or silver gonna become more even.
All right. Well, it looks like it's gonna be Himmelsdorf and Prokhorovka. I'm a little bit, sad that we don't see Cliff. I love Cliff. It's my favorite map. Guys are making Breaker sad back at home, but we're only gonna have a single. I guess you could say first to 5 points, and that's going to be on Himmelsdorf.
Oh, but
yeah, I mean, it's going to be on Himmelsdorf and Prokhorovka.
At least we got Himmelsdorf today,
Yeah.
Not always that and Prokhorovka.
Right. I personally miss seeing all those heavy tanks, but WGL, our observer, looks like he's going to load in T1 Cunningham. That shouldn't be there. I'm hoping the production crew will spot it, but of course, let's check out the tank loadout right now. Chinese 110 IS-3, AMX-50 is 2 of them, a Tiger. T29, and it looks like both of our Wargaming Observer accounts are on T1 Cunningham. Someone should really tell them about that problem because they don't want to load into the same team as Horseman like this. Now, coming from PvP Super Friends, we're gonna have 3 IS-3s, 2 AMX-50s, and M6.
M6. Yeah, you got that one, right?
Yeah, I got that one, but I don't have the 90mm cannon. I imagine with gold accounts they would have the 90mm cannon.
Okay, but you already bought the T29?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not just gonna spend gold on it. It'd be nice to use that for premiums.
Okay.
But I spent $50 US on gold the other day. Got the AMX-50. I like it.
Okay.
AMX-1390 is kind of, well, I mean, if it's anything like the 1375, it'll be difficult to control. But the turret depression is worse than the 1375, is it? Is it?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
the turret depression for the AMX 1375. It's just as bad as the AMX 1390, right? Or is 1390 worse?
1390 is better. It's better because of the gun depression or up or how to say that up angle is really bad. I think.
Ooh, yeah. All right, here we go. All right, and there is the tank loadout as you see it on your screen.
Yep.
Lots of IS-3s. All right, so
I just wonder, PP love to use M13 on this map. Whatever assault or defense.
It's Batman. It's Batman's comfort zone. He always uses the AMX 1390.
Yeah,
defense, offense,
last time they used the M6 for shot. For the M13. Same thing here, but I just wonder why Horseman didn't use AK-4. AK-5 is quite popular in the old Fresh War, but right now they never use that yet. Maybe that's a different commander style.
All right. Well, they are off. They're going to the west side of the map and spawning to the south. Of course, it's going to be Horseman. Oh, wait, what's that? Is that Horseman?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And on the defensive side, north end of the map, it's going to be PvP Super Friends. Wait. No, wait. On the north side of the map,
north side is a Horseman. Is defense.
South side is PvP Super Friends.
South side is assault.
God, what is wrong with me? All right. So, I mean, wait. Are the graphics in the right place? Yes, they are. They're in the right places. Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But I just wonder why the Tiger didn't stand here. It's a really nice position for him because of Tiger is the gun is quite accurate. And the hit point is nice, the TPM is nice. Oh, the T29 was... Wow.
Well, I mean, turret hits have a very high likelihood to bounce. Batman sees them.
Yeah, but he's quite lucky because he shoot the at the commander tower. So
non-penetrating shots. Okay.
Yeah, normally it's hard. Oh, penetrate again. The same position. It's a commander tower. Do you know that? On the torrent top. Yep.
Did it hit the circular thing?
Yeah,
the hatch?
yeah.
The hatch? That's the weak spot, right?
Yeah, that's the weak spot.
Okay, there we go.
That's why I say it's quite lucky.
Yeah. I mean, that's also the same weak spot on, I think it's the AT-8. AT-8. The destroyer.
Yeah, most of the tank got the same weak spot there.
Yeah. And it's I guess you could say it's like getting a headshot in a first-person shooter, but nah, it just does basically the same amount of damage. In fact, I'd say the headshot equivalent in a shooter to this game would actually be a shot to the engine or a shot to the rear end of most tanks, where the armor is weakest.
Yep. And I bet the PvP gonna do that again. They're gonna keep shooting the T-29, and after that, they're gonna use in a capture strategy.
Yeah, I mean, it would be...
because the T-29 is an eye,
Yeah, I mean, essentially, I think that would be a solid idea. I mean, they've dealt out, free damage on Colin right now. He's donating his tank to the cause of PvP Super Friends right now.
Yeah, but the other problem is PvP didn't do any frontier here, They just snipe in here, but if you want to capture it, or if that party stick here, it's really, really easy to be reset, and there is no cover. So, okay, they take another strategy.
Oh yeah. All right, so they're going up to the, I guess you say, the middle eastern section of the map.
Okay. I guess they just want to check attention here, and wish someone shift here, and they're gonna flank it like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but finally they still gonna use the M6 for cover. M6 stand here and the capture on this moment, and the other tank may be flanking like this and this. Oh, this one gonna be here.
They are piling in at the moment. I mean, that's 3 IS-3s coming from PvP Super Friends. If they can make every single shot connect where they need to hit it the most, then they could get some ammo rack shots, or they could get ammo rack themselves,
Yeah, I know that.
Or, excuse me, vodka refrigerated, if you will.
Yeah.
All right.
The IS-3 still got really weak ammo rack, so the blow-up still, we still can see a couple blow-up on the tournament, even they got full skilled account. I mean, they got every skill you want on the tank. But do you know a skill cannot add the HP of the ammo rack?
Really?
Yeah.
I had no clue. I have to tool around with my tank crew skill some more. But enough about that. We're gonna have to see how this pans out as we got PvP piling into that capture right now. 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Spec Op is getting ultra lit by the Horseman, and he is now one shot in that M6. But I mean, that's to be expected. It's only tier 6. Batman's in the AMX 1390. He's going to use that bugger for cover. And the question is, how does Horseman react to this? They have to do something very fast because Batman is effectively speaking.
So that's why the Batman set up a whole team on here. They know he's gonna flank it here. So I'm sitting here waiting for you guys.
Beautiful, beautiful. The question is, can Horseman hit Batman from the position he is in at all? Oh, Kyo's right next to him. He's contributing to the capture. That's 30 seconds remaining. Horseman isn't budging. They're not doing anything. They have 2 choices. They can either go straight through their spawn to reset the capture, or they can go around back.
Yeah, but if the PvP spread, they can rush in. This is another strategy.
Here they come. Can we see PvP Super Friends hold their ground in this position? None is now rushing in there, trying his best to get the reset on that capture. Can hit one tank or both. 13 seconds remain. 12. There he is. He's getting in close. 5 seconds. And there's the reset. There's the reset.
It's reset.
The rest of the tanks are piling in here from Horseman.
Yeah, but it's still close. I think that's okay.
Yeah, Tommy does fall on that. Spencer is looking to end the life of Kyo there. Batman was already taken down, but he's a better commander when he's dead than when he is alive. But in this particular position, I can't tell who exactly has the edge in the fight. I feel like it's going to be Horseman. One shot on Kyo.
I think not yet. It's quite even right now.
Yeah, but once Kyo's gone...
But T-29 cannot miss. He missed it. Oh, no, it's flanked.
Okay. So what do we see PvP Super Friends now do with 45 seconds remaining on the clock? There's Gorilla.
I don't think he got too many chances, but Little Mac could still be really excellent commander. So I know he cannot know how to do that, but it's quite hard right now.
Well, I mean, even if he stays alive, I think the only thing he's doing is preventing Horsemen from getting more damage. But nice flank there, nice double team.
Wow.
Coordinated fire from only 2 tanks, and now it's up to Little Mac himself. He is alone, and I believe he's in an AMX 50 if I'm looking at this correctly. He's going to try and get Gorilla, but Gorilla he takes his corner.
Yeah, just try to waste the time there.
Boom. 5 seconds remain on the clock. Max got to take down 3
wow,
tanks, but with 0 hitting.
Is that 50 bucks?
Yeah, doesn't quite happen. All right, so PvP Super Friends tried doing this strategy. This is the 3rd time they tried doing this.
Yeah, but you know, I think that's the same rule, same route again. Last time, who fight for him? Formation? No. Charlotte Tiger?
Phoenix, I think. Was it maybe Phoenix?
No.
Charlotte Tiger. Yeah. It was Charlotte Tiger.
Yeah, they also use a M6 for the cover, M13 for capture, but that time they split to 2 parts, and in the south part they trying to prevent the reset for the capture on the south side. But today, you know, they know, okay, you guys might be flanking, so I may stand there waiting for you guys. But this time of Horseman doing something different. They didn't flanking, they rush in. So maybe that's over the Batman's expectation.
Yeah, I mean, like, this was basically, you know, it's a creative strategy, but we've seen this now 3 times from PvP Super Friends, and I think it might be something that Horseman was accounting for, something that they knew would happen. You know, maybe in some
I
ways.
think so. Yeah.
So I think after this 90-second commercial break, we're going to see whether or not PvP Super Friends can change things up a bit. All right, guys, we're about to dive into game number 2. This means PvP Super Friends is on offense once again.
Yep.
And it looks like they haven't quite...
I think the same Tangle out again, I guess.
Wait, Batman, he hasn't chosen his tank yet. I think he's debating...
M13 again.
Yeah. It's god dang Batman after all. And I mean, there's an M6 there from PvP Super Friends SPE. Who is that? Let's see here. That's actually... PvP Super Friends Spec Ops. There we go. All right, so he still has the M6. We're just waiting to see what Batman's going to be getting. But I mean, it's a creative strategy that we saw at least, you know, the first time, the second time. But I mean, the 3rd time it starts to become a little bit predictable. From tank loadout, the enemy team. I mean, in the lobby, in the end game lobby, they can see what your strategy is before the game even begins. That kind of thing.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, you know, on the break time, yeah, use KV4 in that bag for capture if they want to just rush it. You know, use the KV4 for cover is much better than M6, I think. And yeah, in the exchange fire, you can consume a lot of firepower of M50. You know, if they out of the rounds, maybe you can turn the capture to assault. No, right?
Yeah, basically. But it looks like we got Horsemen swapping out their tanks just a little bit, although I don't see anything too massive in the way of a difference. They have a Tiger, they've got AMX-50, 100s,
yeah,
T-29.
The same, I think.
Yeah.
Another one should be IS-3.
Chinese 110 on their team. And then, there we go, IS-3. So I kind of like the way we've got a bit of a variety coming from Horsemen there. I mean, what is the main difference between the Chinese 110 and the IS-3? I'm not working towards either of those just yet.
Yeah, the most different part, I think, is the main gun. You know, the Chinese 110 use lower damage but higher DPM gun. The I3 is a gun for dodge shot, you know.
Dodging shots.
Yeah, like a shot and high shot and high. But you want to rush in directly. The Chinese 110 is much better than I3 because of his foam armor. It's not that easy to be damaged. I mean the ammo rack is not that easy to be damaged, and the upper front is much stronger than I3.
Okay, so the IS-10 or
I3,
the Chinese. Yeah.
Chinese 110.
Okay, so the Chinese 110, it has more armor than the. Okay, like the ammo rack isn't going to explode as easily as it would if it was the IS-3.
Yep. Okay, and the foam armor is much better.
All right. Main difference. Lower damage per shot, but higher firing rate per minute.
Yep. So normally, if you want to use Chinese 110, people love to rush.
All right. Well.
Oh, the Batman didn't use the M7 right now.
Okay, so he's gonna be going with the. What on earth did he just choose? We didn't see. All right. Well, let's see. Is that? It looks like an AMX-50. Yeah, he's got the same thing as a Atari. Am I looking at this right?
Huh?
Wait. What is Batman piloting right now? Oh,
it's Chinese 110.
Chinese 110. Yeah.
Trying to push M6.
Right. I mean, that helps out. I mean, like they're gonna use his body for cover, but I feel like, you know, if it didn't work the first time, try again. That seems to be the thought process coming from PvP Super Friends.
Yep.
Horseman, meanwhile, they're blind firing into the abyss, thinking that perhaps PvP Super Friends will be employing the same strategy that they did in game number 1.
Yeah, I think the PvP gonna doing better this time because they choose all heavy setup. Previous match they have M13. You know, M13 only have 1,000 hit points. You know, it's really easy to be killed if the Chinese 110 or I3 or T32, whatever the T29 shoot you guys shoot the M13 3 times, you got a high chance to be killed.
Well, there we are. They're getting ready to pile into that capture point. But I mean, we have the standard, I guess you could say, defensive setup that's coming from Horseman. And the thing is, I feel like they aren't ready to intercept this initially. And Batman's poking out there in the Chinese 110.
Is check shot? Oh no, not check yet.
No, not at all. But it did impact, and now the cover's blown. So we've got Spec Op, Kyo, and Anuto piling into that capture point. Was that friendly fire from Batman that just hit Spec Op? Was it friendly fire?
It looked like, but I'm not sure.
Me neither. Very good chance it may have hit the window, but I mean, it's an M6. It's meant to cover Kyo there.
Yeah, but no, whatever, you know, this time they got a M50 backup, so it's much better than the M13 for backup.
Indeed. Okay, so he's behind. Who's behind the dead M6 right now? That's not the. That's not the
it's the I3.
All right.
They got 2 I3 on the frontier, and they got an M50, you know, here. So the M50 might got, you know, if they got a chance, they're gonna flank him to the north.
They're just waiting for Horseman to pile in there. They're waiting for Horseman to lose their patience. Kyo is there, of course, and he's waiting. He's trying. He's not really.
But the south side still is already under fire right now.
All right. Yeah. I mean, the IS-3 there from PvP Super Friends is spotting this flank that's coming from Horseman at the moment.
Yeah. But this time we start to rank it to south because maybe they want to kill this one first because they're already on the capture. They don't worry about that.
Yeah, and Antari's in a wonderful position to intercept this right now.
Yeah, you're gonna kill Gorilla there.
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh, they give a capture? Or reset it?
It was a reset. Yeah.
It's a reset.
I mean,
maybe the position is not that good, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Kyo took a couple of hits there. It's just that I think Horseman needs to stay calm in this position and make sure that their shots penetrate. That's it. But I mean, it's not as advantageous as say having.
Yeah, but right now, most important thing for the Horseman is keep the Gorilla alive. He cannot dead. If he dead, someone has to cover the position there, and if something in the emergency, no one can reset a capture.
Right, and I mean, the thing is, I feel like conversely, what we could see is Little Mac could go around back and help his teammate there out a little bit, and then they can go together to flank the rest of the team, or at least get something started. And then maybe the rest of PvP Super Friends can dive in from a frontal assault. But I don't know if that's, you know, even viable or not. There's 26 seconds remaining in this capture. I think the mod is bugged.
Yeah, the mod is wrong.
Yeah.
They only kept maybe 25 seconds.
Yeah,
so
for 25 seconds.
They have 75 seconds.
Okay, it'd be really weird.
The south side is coming.
Oh, man.
Oh, nice. You're totally right. I have to say that, you know.
Yeah. Atari is...
Yeah, if a PvP win the south side, they're gonna win this one. And the north side, for Horseman, they have to push right now or they're gonna lose this one.
Right.
Oh, it's so tight.
There we go, it is. Gorilla is low HP. And now Horsemen are just piling in.
Support on time. Oh my
man.
god.
This actually is pulling PvP Super Friends from
they have to kill the kill as soon as possible or Horseman gonna lose this.
This is not looking too good. 2 minutes remaining on the clock, and here it is, the action-packed fight that you guys have been waiting for. We've got Horseman's none, low HP, and knocked out of the game. G-O-N-E gone.
But the kill still got really nice position here.
Yeah, and Colin is trying to get Kyo out of the game as best he can. Ice Water now coming in to pick up the slack for his teammate. Kyo getting penetrated with that shot. 47 HP remaining on his hull. Flying Unicorn is now effectively one shot.
The kill.
There we go,
they can do it. They can shoot other guys. Why they keep trying to shoot someone already on the, on cover?
It's 1 for 1, but the situation is 4v3, and as long as Filoso there is alive, he's contributing DPS.
Shoot him!
Indeed.
Oh, in the south side.
Yeah.
South side win?
We were not
going on
that.
there?
I could not tell you, Edison. I really could not. But I feel like Little Mac didn't go there and support his teammate like it would have been a great idea.
Maybe he go back. So
wait a minute.
I just wonder what's going on there, because on the south side I saw the PvP win.
Maybe. Well, there is one AMX 50 that's just cruising from PvP Super Friends, and what he's doing right now is he's just trying to stay as far away from
but Horseman got someone on the south. This one is not for cover,
Oh no, I mean like in case...
They have defense, so they just want to
exactly
save the life, and they're gonna win this one.
Right. If this turns into a 2v2 scenario, and if we see if we see PvP win the 2v2 in this situation, then they won't be able to get that third and final tank that's out there hiding.
Yeah.
That is to say, Tommy Yu. But he's actually going to route back. He's going to run straight into Ice Water here.
He gonna take a couple shots,
Yeah.
Oh, and check the time only because they got to here or someone flanking. Maybe PvP maybe destroy here, but if someone cover here and here,
Little Mac's in trouble. He's the last one in the game right now, as of course we do see other PvP friend pass away. So that brings the score to 2-0.
Yeah, but it's a hemi-stop.
Yeah, and it's
normally
defense.
The defense side not always win. We saw a couple times the team efficiency win on this map, but after that I can't remember any assault team win on this map.
All right, well, I mean, this is how this game pans out. We've got, of course, Horseman on defense. They win these 2 games in a row. The question is, are we going to see a 2v2, or excuse me, a 2-2 come from PvP Super Friends after this short break, guys? Don't go away.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are back, and we're about to dive into game number 3. This puts PvP Super Friends on defense, while it puts Horseman on offense.
Yeah, but they still on tank selection.
All right, so I'm a little curious as to what we might see coming from Horseman, but already we can see VK3601. That's a tier 6 tank, which leads me to believe we're going to see a 686 composition coming out of Horseman.
Yep.
Well, we have a 587 coming from PvP Super Friends, as they've already selected a Tiger while on defense. And I believe that's like a very standard setup these days.
Yeah, quite standard. And we saw the Tiger on this map a couple times. Most of the team on the defense side, they're going to choose Tiger or T29, right?
Of course. I mean, for a tier 7 tank, it has absolutely absurd firepower.
Yep.
And adding to that, I mean, like, if you guys have seen the movie Fury, it looks absolutely insanely strong.
Fury is a Sherman, you know.
Oh, no, I mean, there were 4 Shermans that were fighting one Tiger, you remember?
Yeah, but, you know...
No spoilers, no spoilers. Okay. But, I mean, it was a crazy good movie, but I remember the moment, you know?
Yep.
It was crazy.
But, you know, as a Fury, so the Tiger is not, not as strong.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's still on selection, but you know the Tiger is a really nice thing. I got one and sold that before, but you know after that buff couple times, I bought it back and feel wow, this one is really overpowered on a tier 7. Really nice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you know, someday you can take a bet. You already go to the MS50, right? So it's a tier A for a tournament. And the Tiger, you know, is not bad. I mean, you can see that again and again on the tier 7, I guess. No, on the tournament too. No.
Yeah, I think I came close to unlocking the Tiger for the tier 8 tanks that. Or not the tier 8 tanks. Tier
7.
Yeah, I was at tier 6 on the German tanks when I sold the VK2601 that I was using, as well as the tank that I had bought with it. It was the 3001, I believe, and. The reason why I sold it back then was because, of course, in the meta, tier 7 tanks didn't even exist. And I saw what I was buying into. Like, if I kept on going up the path...
You're going to have a Panzer, right?
Exactly, for tier 8.
Panzer is not bad. Not bad too, but its playstyle is not that easy.
Right.
It's not an easy tank. Tiger is different, you know. Tiger on this tank is quite... You know, who go like something like, you know, you don't need to use your brain.
You don't need to use your brain. Okay, we call those noob tubes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But you know, because it got really nice DPM, really nice penetration, accuracy, and really high HP. So you know, on a tier 7, it's really strong stuff. You know.
All right. So right now, it looks like the tank loadout is becoming increasingly finalized. There's a KV5 on Horseman. And I think I can understand that decision.
Yeah, it's a KV5.
Yeah.
2 IS.
I mean, with just a 90mm cannon from a tier 7 tank, it can be very difficult to penetrate or do damage to a KV5. Of course, this is coming from an AMX M445, and I've heard some pro players say, "Oh God, that's the worst tier 7 tank you could have, Breaker. It's the worst tier 7 heavy tank you could ever have." He told me.
You mean IS? IS?
No, not the IS, the AMX 445.
Oh, okay. It's not that strong. It's not OP one, but you know, it's not bad. Not bad. Because of the space is really nice. Okay, let's get in.
There we are. Okay, we're in game on our end.
Yeah.
Alright, there we are. So, spawning to the southeast corner of the map, it's going to be Horseman on the offense, and to the northwest, it's going to be PvP Super Friends.
Yeah, like a pretty standard setup. This look like identical to Horseman.
Yeah, for the most part.
Right.
Wow.
It's the setup is identical to Horseman, right?
Well, quite similar, but not exactly the same.
No. I mean, when Horseman on the defense.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the main difference here is
yeah, totally the same. No, nothing different.
All right, so I think, like, of course, we all know that the KV5 is absolutely massive, but I mean, the firepower is probably not the best. It does counter the AMX 50, as you said previously. So
yeah, you can counter M50 or I3, but you know, when you pass to the Chinese 110, you're gonna have some problem because of Chinese 110 is upper front. You know, it's not that easy to be penetrated by the KV5, but the lower front is okay.
All right, so of course there they are. They are headed across that map, and I wonder what their next step is going to be.
I just wonder that.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking like a bit of an awkward setup coming from Horseman. I'm not saying, you know, it's a bad setup, but I can't really see what their plan is at the moment.
Maybe they just wonder if PvP gonna rush to the south, you know, but I don't think so, you know, because on the defense side, really got advantage on this map.
I do feel as though, you know, the plan is laid out and it's solid there coming from PvP Super Friends. Of course, you know, that's basically the meta camping zone, if you will, if you are on the defensive side of this map.
Yeah. I just wonder why they camp there. If they want to, you know, trying to figure out where is the enemy, they can just rush 7 tanks to the west part. If they meet them, just fight. That's it. Because the defense side got defensive advantage. If they give up that, just fight to them. You know. It's better than you fight on the northwest.
All right. So let's give it up for. I mean, the Taiwanese team, they've done very well for tonight's series. They've already taken 2 points. So I mean, that's in some ways when you're playing defense on Himmelsdorf, it's almost expected to go, you know, 2 games in a row in your favor.
Yeah. Well, normally we're gonna say that normally, but but it's something different. But you know, Elon every time they ban the Himmelsdorf, so you won't see the Elon play on this one.
It's like we want to rush, we don't want to camp.
Yeah, but you know, the team efficiency doing really perfect on this one. You know,
all right.
Last time, like trying to capture circle 1 and make a, you know, last time the team, you know, they used a 2KV4 to the capture circle 1 and make a defensive line here. So when enemy trying to reset capture, they have to pass through that. It's really hard, but you know, if they rush into the capture circle like this, I don't think it's that easy for Horseman to win.
Oh, capture is initiated, and now we can see perfectly well what that KV5 is doing. There's 2 IS-3s in there, and the KV5 is trying to shield damage for them, and it's doing, you know, it's kind of deviant so far. It hasn't quite full-blown succeeded just yet, but it's, it's quite creative.
To shoot a
yeah, I mean, that's... Okay, so they're trying to shoot a Nuto more so than actually get the capture.
Yeah, because KV5 is for block the shot. Do you see that?
Yeah.
No one can penetrate.
Right, but nonetheless, oh my god, bounces galore. But the thing is...
the Nuto got really low hit point.
Oh, but look, Nun just got hit. He got lit. Anuto, I think, is about 2 shots from being taken out of this game. And this is putting, you know, increasingly mounting pressure on PvP Super Friends. Their HP is lower.
Wow, the KV5 is really, really interesting there.
Yeah.
The Horseman kept 50% right now because of KV5 almost blocked all shot there.
And this is really, again, this is putting pressure on PvP Super Friends.
Yeah, they force the PvP rush in right now.
Oh, man, there it is.
Coming.
He turns the angles so they can't pen either of those IS-3s. What on earth do they do? They all pile in. They're like, we have to yellow swag this to win.
Nice. Oh, they need a fox fire on the spec.
Oh my god, they got him.
Oh, the Ice Waters is nice on the list.
Oh man, and then
it's gone.
Antari is diving into 4 tanks. He wants none out of the game. Can he get him? He does. But at the same time, he sacrifices himself. That is a 1-for-2 exchange. Not quite in favor of PvP Super Friends.
Wow.
Antari is about to be taken down, but just before he does, his opponent in front of him disappears.
Yeah, but right now it's still quite even. You know, PvP still got a chance to win.
It's 3v4 right now, Edison. Are you sure?
Yeah, they got a chance.
Oh,
they have 2 focus on the Chinese.
Kiao is out of the game.
Yeah, but they should focus on the Chinese 110 first because KV5, you know, they got too many. It's got too many hit points. They shouldn't shoot the KV5.
Right, and not enough DPM output. Here we go. Yeah. Tommy's gonna try and get Anuto out of the game, but it looks like it'll be Colin.
We saw the KV5 workout. They win because of KV5. No other reason, I would say.
Yeah, I mean. How do I say this?
But the K4 also can do in the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the K5 got a higher DPM. When they rush in, K5 can do more output and got more hit point.
I feel like, you know, when we stop and examine what happened here in this game so far, I mean, we've seen 3 maps go to Horseman without them dropping it just yet. And I feel like if you can test someone's offensive skills on Himmelsdorf, you can test, if you can test a team's offensive skills on Himmelsdorf, it almost screams volumes to the way that they play. But then again, day before yesterday when we saw Front Mission playing against Charlotte Tiger, they got 3 wins on steps.
Yep.
But Charlotte Tiger got 3 wins on Prokhorovka, a map that they are much more experienced with. So I mean, I feel like the experience on Himmelsdorf is quite even coming from PvP and Horseman, but Horseman, like I said from the beginning of this, I feel like they have that slight edge. We could come back. You know, how do I put this? Like me saying that, I could end up eating my words later. Like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. But how do you think things are going to go in this next game with the way PvP, I guess you could say, they got kind of...
Yeah, but I think they have to change the tank loadout. You know, on the defense side, we need much heavier setup. Maybe they can use a KV5, KV4. Not that many on the M50. You know, that one is not really good for defend.
I mean, on top of that, I mean, like, what is the tank loadout coming from Horseman? They didn't have too many AMX-50s, did they? In fact,
they got M50, but on the backside for cover only.
Right.
But Frontier, you saw the 2 I3 for capture. Why they do that? Because on the capture side, you cannot offer too many firepower. Actually, the capture is only attract enemies' attention. The real fire outputs come from their teammate. But the KV5 really take a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Maybe more than 10 shots in the PvP give up. They want to shoot the KV5 anymore.
It's like, how do I say this? How do I say this? What was happening there when the capture circle was being invaded there by Horsemen? It was just like, it's like listening to some children's theme music that you really don't want to listen to, and then you're just like, I have to get that music out of my head. It's driving them insane the longer they see that capture go on. So they just all cruised forward. They all wanted that kids' music gone. And at the same time, they wanted their capture, or they wanted their base back in their hands. So it just didn't quite pan out. They played into a trap, but we'll see how things go in the next game after 90 seconds.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are back and about to dive into game number 4. Horseman leading over PvP Super Friends now 3-0, and map number 4 is game number 4 is of course going to be on Himmelsdorf, and we're going to be seeing Horseman again on the offensive.
Yeah, and this time
they say Horseman says if it's not broke, don't fix it. They use the same strategy.
Yeah, and the PvP. Or they change the tank loadout. They got 2 Tiger
and a KV5.
Yeah, 1 KV5. It's much heavier setup this time. So maybe they're gonna. Maybe this time they're gonna work out. I think.
Edison, if I may ask, why does nobody use the FLC 5100?
FLC.
FLC 5100. It's a premium tank that you can unlock at the same time as the AMX 50. Does that make sense? You have to have enough experience, but it's a premium tank, so you have to pay gold for it.
Yeah, it's premium tank, but you don't have to unlock anything. I think.
Really?
Yeah. If you want to buy a premium tank, the only thing is you have to got money.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have to unlock anything.
So why doesn't anyone use that tank? I mean, we've got of course wargaming accounts for all the players, and
yeah. The tier A premium tank is not very different. Gun got a 12 penetration and the speed is really high like the tank, but it's not the OP tank.
I see.
If you want to use a tank on the open field, you're gonna choose the RU-251, you're gonna choose M13. If you want to go to the city war, you're gonna use the Chinese 110, you're gonna use the I3. You're gonna use a KB5. You're gonna use the M50. You won't use the 50 ton. We call it MS50 ton.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, like, so is there? Would you say the FLC 50 is just too weak, or?
It's not too weak. Yeah, it's too general.
Oh, okay. It's too well-rounded.
Yeah. He can do anything, but on the tournament, normally a tank gonna do his job. Like KB5 gonna rush, gonna block his shot. I3 gonna do the dodge shot. M50 gonna do his auto loader with 6 round and kill enemy on the shortest time. So everyone got their job, but M50, not M50, the FLC 50 ton is too general. He can do everything, but
everything really well, but not do one thing extremely well.
Yeah, he cannot do something really perfect.
I see. All right, that makes more sense then. Okay, so PvP Super Friends now working their way up the north center of the map, but of course with the loadout that's coming from, it's going to be PvP Super Friends, Horseman working their way up there. The loadout that's coming from PvP Super Friends right now.
Yep. But this time PvP got a much more hit point than Horseman.
Yeah.
We cannot see that on the mod, but
they have ideas right now.
Yeah, but I only got like, I don't remember a hit point, maybe 1200, 1200, but Tiger got 1,400. 2 Tiger means you got 2 more shots. You got the torrent about 2 more shots. And both teams have 25.
All right, so with this being said, I think maybe Horsemen, like they're taking a very, very late rush into this part of the map. It's 4 minutes.
Yeah. I just wonder why Anuto was punishment. What's going on there?
I think Faluso there actually did the damage, and now we got some follow-up shots coming from Colin and NunTW, and Anuto is backing off of that.
Yeah, but I just wonder Anuto is really very bad. Oh, PB gonna rush in. Oh, this time Corinne was damaged.
All right, so there we go. They got the capture piling in at the moment, but that's, I mean, it's not, how do I say this?
But
I feel like they're kind of repeating the same strategy again. Yes, it might work. It might force the hand of PvP Super Friends again. Anuto's taking a lot of damage again.
Yeah.
And in some ways it seems like a rerun, but at the same time, if it worked the first time, maybe it'll work the second time.
Yeah, sure, because of tank loadout is different. So PvP gonna use a KB5 rush in. They won't use I3 this time.
Look at the minimap. There they go, Edison. They're getting ready to pile in on that location.
Yeah, and the Horseman got M50 on the south. Wow, maybe this time PvP gonna work out.
Maybe the capture is getting closer and closer to finish. 7 seconds remaining on that capture. It's been reset now.
Reset.
It has been
reset.
reset.
The game is coming.
Kyo is coming in as well, and he's doing a good job of shielding damage from his teammates. PvP Horsemen are trying to actually deal out damage on the tanks behind Kyo, but it's just not working out. It's not panning out in their favor.
Yep. And I just wonder why Flying Unicorn still on the Soros. It looked like everyone of a PvP already on the north, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they still got one.
Well, Horseman's going to continue to try and play picks here. They've done a good amount of damage right now. If you look at the top of the screen, it still looks relatively even. Actually, a little bit unfavored for PvP Super Friends as they take a little bit more beating.
Quite even right now. But most problem for PvP is the south side. Do you see that?
Yeah, two tanks are going to hit there.
Yeah, someone's going there.
Yeah, Ice Water's in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Oh, man.
But they have to do that as soon as possible because PvP already rush out right now.
Yeah, they realize that there's only about 3 tanks in that particular location. Spencer is going to get the finishing shot on Icewater there. Antari is now going to dive in there. He's one shot himself.
They win this.
Maybe. Gorilla is lit and hit and out of the game. Colin totally surrounded now by PvP and angry sets of teeth. Capture has been reinitiated by PvP. It's 4 tanks versus 3, although PvP has a surround
on Colin. Problem about KV5. Why KV5 is still alive there?
That is the question.
Wow.
Colin was not immediately focused down.
KV5 still there.
Brilliant.
What's going on?
Shot. Spec Op does get the finishing blow. That's from PvP. 1 and 1 shot tanks, remain now. Excuse me.
Wow.
If we can see
this one is bounce.
Spencer, what is Spencer doing?
He's reloading.
Oh
my god. Okay, they got 1 KV5. Someone over. Oh no, they almost take the I3. Fluso missed a shot, or they cannot win.
Remember, PvP Super Friends is on defense, guys.
Yeah. So the 2 autoloader have to go as soon as possible.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, right now, Spec Op is extremely low on HP. If he takes one more shot, he's out of that game. Spencer now in a bit of a gun battle there with Kyo, KV5. And KV5, is it not a loader or no?
No.
Okay, too much armor on that.
Yeah, if he's autoloader,
he's too OP. AMX50 coming in here, and
he cannot run a shell. What's Spencer doing there?
As you said before, Edison, I mean, the KV5 itself does counter the AMX50. Spencer fires a shot that misses, and that might have been the one shot that gives PvP Super Friends.
Yeah, but they got 14 seconds. Can he do that?
Can he survive? Is there engine damage on Spencer? Spencer's backpedaling.
They need 2 tanks go together.
Spec Op is actually backpedaling. 1 second, 0, and PvP Super Friends wins this one game. Not bad, okay. So
Not bad. It's 1 shot different.
Yeah, I mean, they were on the back foot, but they managed to make, the draw, not the draw, excuse me, they managed to pull out the win.
Yeah, but, when they try to flank in, PvP, if you flank in, that means PvP know they're going to rush out. And if they know, if you can imagine that because your enemy can rush out very, very soon. On the capture circle, I mean, on the south side, the KV, on the Horseman side, on the middle, they should pull back and line up. When they rush out, can shoot them first. But I saw the most of Horseman there still stick together. Yeah. So they didn't got really nice angle. So everyone died on different angles. So on the end, I have to say that PvP, maybe in the middle they already win, but when they're trying to deal with the KV5, they bounce a lot. If they kill KV5 earlier, a little bit earlier, they can win this one. I think quite easy, but too many bounce. But on the Fluso, he drive T32. He didn't kill the I3. Also,
that one moment when RNGesus loves you. That one moment when RNGesus loves you. Spec Ops could not be more thankful, right?
Okay.
Not saying you got lucky, guys, but I mean, bounces are bounces. So at this point, we're going to take things into about a 90-second commercial break, and then we're going to get started on map number 2, which is going to be Prokhorovka.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, who's on offense then? Horseman? Horseman?
Let me check it. Where is it? Where's me?
That's the question. Here? PvP Super Friends?
No, I'm trying to see where is my observer.
That's all right. That's all right, guys. We'll be back in about 90 seconds.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Wargaming League Gold Series. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny. And right now we are being stream sniped by Wargaming League RU English, the English casters for Wargaming League Russia. So, it's nice to have those guys on board. They definitely, I mean, they spearhead the World of Tanks esports world for us. They've got the world's best players.
Yeah, right now, RU League still, conquer the world, I think, because of on the scoreboard until right now, no other country can beat the champion of RU League.
Really?
Yeah, no one.
All right. Well, I mean that gives the status quo some hope for foreigners in esports tournaments, because honestly, I mean, the Koreans, well, they have their stereotypes for other game titles. They're unbeatable because, of course, they invented esports. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, but like some other games, even you say the Korean invite the esport, but some other game they cannot doing really nice compared to European.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, they don't have any. I stopped to think for a minute. Do they have any first-person shooter professional teams out there in Korea?
They have, but no.
Very few.
Always the European, they always champion. Always.
Be that as it may, though, I mean, like, Arate has always taken first prize at the season finals, at least for Season 1 and Season 2. Let's see if they can do it in Season 3. The question is anyone going to dethrone them from their position in the Grand Finals for Season 3?
Yeah, no one knows.
No one knows yet?
No one knows that, but, Lý Long and Team Division doing better than previous season. We didn't see the Arate here right now, but, I feel Lý Long and T is doing much better compared to previous season. So maybe I just bet, maybe the two teams gonna go into the season final.
I hope I get to go to the season finals as well, because I mean, like, if it was anything like the venues for Season 1 and Season 2, it was absolutely amazing. But I mean, we all know how busy schedules can be, and well, let's just say I didn't quit my day job to go into full-blown esports, of course. I do love what I do here. I absolutely do. I love it more than I do my day job, and I wish I could do it full-time.
Yeah, you told me every day.
Yeah, I tell you every day, Edison, before we even get on stream. But I love esports.
Yeah, I know that.
More than I love my day job. Let's just put it that way.
You told me more than 10 times you want to go to Korea, and take an esports degree.
Take the esports degree more than 10 times. Actually, I don't know. I've been thinking a little bit more realistically. Maybe I should study for my master's.
Okay, PvP on the north side for northbound for defense.
Whoa.
Yep.
What is that from Horseman? The tank loadout. Now, Edison, I imagine with the specialty of the German tank line, the Aufke Panthers their specialties must be firepower and accuracy, maybe a little bit in the way of armor?
Actually, the most special part is he can rain enemy.
He can rain?
Enemy and got an advantage of our enemy.
Really? Like,
yeah. The size is a Panzer, but the speed is a light tank.
Oh, okay.
So you imagine that a big Panzer ram you, like something like that.
All right.
Other PvP go to the east side, trying to defend the capture circle too.
All right, so here we are. I mean, PvP, they're going into defense on this.
Yeah, and they got a bulldog watch here, watch the capture circle. But even he stand there, he cannot reset because he is a reach. But let me get that. Oh, PvP all go to the hill side, so maybe they expect the Horseman go here. It's blind him, but after they check here, nothing. They cannot go back, I guess.
All right, so let's see how this pans out. I mean, like, we have the entire team of Horsemen heading out to the west end of the map, and
yep. But they've got two Scott Panzer. We can send one for capture and set up a defense line here. when enemy trying to go to south for reset a capture, they can offer really nice support fire on the middle. Let me redraw that. Here is a nice defense line, and as someone for capturing. So if an enemy trying to reset on this side, they can offer really nice support fire because of here's a reach. If you're trying to go here and over the reach, gonna got a lot of fire. So normally, when you're trying to reset, they're gonna go to the south.
I mean, yeah, that's basically the big conundrum that we have PvP in right now since they're on defense. Batman actually takes a lot of heat there.
Yeah, it's pre-M.
He's in a T29 and he took that much damage?
No, it's a pre-M. It's not T29, it's a Bulldog.
Oh, sorry.
And Horseman already pre-M on here, so when they spot anyone here, they're gonna shoot on the first moment.
There it is. The capture has been initiated, guys. And it looks like not one tank, but two tanks are about to go for it.
Yeah, we're gonna hit two tanks.
And now, like, everyone in PvP Super Friends is piling down from the eastern hill that they were on previously, and that is going to produce a very painful rush for Horsemen to deal with.
Yeah, but they're gonna go to the middle, I guess.
They
go to the north. Oh, they expect you Horsemen gonna defend north, so this time they gonna rush from. They gonna defend the middle, so they want to rush to the north and flank into reset.
And I mean, on top of that, like the position that we have Horsemen in right now, like they're basically ready to intercept anything, but at the same time, I mean, Batman, he's hopping over that. He's trying not to become the next turkey shoot. So he's
but they only have 10 seconds.
Indeed, and we have to see a penning shot
at
this particular moment.
Oh my God,
kills on fire, but he gets the reset.
God. What a bad luck there.
Yeah, that is not good. Okay.
Oh my God. And how much capture? For 12 seconds?
10 seconds now.
But they need moving right now. Why they still outside?
That was an emergency reset coming
What's
from
going on there?
PvP.
No, let's shoot moving right now.
They're all diving in, but the question is, are they too late or not? PvP's Antara is going to try. What is he doing?
One.
Oh my God, what is Batman doing? He's one shot too. Neither side is willing to budge. No one is going to reset. It is zero. It is zero. They're under fire, but
what's going on there? No. It's captured.
Oh, okay.
It's captured.
Yeah, I was wondering what on earth was happening there. It's like we're
I don't know what's going on. Why stop?
That's what I wanted to know. I was okay.
It's check.
Anyway, maybe it was the mod. Maybe it just doesn't. Maybe it likes to play games with us.
No. I saw the Batman rushing, and he stopped there, and waiting for someone. Maybe he waiting for someone flanking and go through together. But when he stopped there, and another flanking guy get a lot of shot. Almost cannot go up.
Right, he was one shot there. I mean, Batman, if he had gone over that ridge, maybe it would have been his execution. But there was still his friend to the left of those two tanks on the other side of the ridge. I forget who it was. He had just a little bit more HP than Batman. But he didn't go over either.
Yeah, he can go through. He can go for the reset capture directly. I don't know why he do a flanking because of time is not allowed for flanking at all.
It's confusing. It's like, I mean, you guys. Oh, jeez, I don't know. Maybe they choked it. This doesn't seem very characteristic of the PvP that you and I know, but it seems like they choked. Like they got nervous or something. Yeah. Like they didn't know what decision to make. That kind of thing.
No, it's not PvP, I really wonder what's going on there. Maybe it's lag or something. They crashed to the rock or something.
Maybe, but that brings the score to 4-1 right now in favor of Horsemen. And if we want to see PvP Super Friends win tonight's set, they either have to win the next 4 games in a row, and that's the only thing they can do. They have to win the next 4 games in a row and then win the tiebreaker.
Yep.
That's it. Excuse me, 3 games in a row and then the tiebreaker. It'll bring it to 4-4. So, again, Horseman has 4 points. PvP Super Friends has 1, guys. We will be back in about 90 seconds with the next game.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are back with what may potentially be the final game of the evening, and this, I feel like either Horseman is getting stronger, or maybe there's a part of PvP that's beginning to feel a little bit defeated.
But if here is the older PvP, I mean, PvP on preview, but heavy years ago, although they would rush to the Horseman. They know they played really nice on the light tank. They know how to rush, but today, they stand there and go to a really weird position and waiting for the enemy coming. So it's somewhat not that old PvP style. I have to say that. Where is the T1?
5 RU251s and
there is a T1.
Wargaming actually loaded up with a T1 as opposed to.
So we got to rematch.
We're gonna have to rematch now.
Okay, rematch.
All right, so Edison's got his observer position. He's gonna let everyone know we have to rematch. Yeah. It's like, you don't want to waste that one bullet to kill a T1 Cunningham. Well, because of course you could actually, what's what I'm looking for? That could be the one shot that cost you the game.
Chinese?
Edison's trying to get the text to type out in English, but
yeah, it only allow me to type the Chinese.
Right now, I mean, our production crew is prompting Edison to type in Chinese, but they're still playing the game. Looks like we are having a little bit of trouble getting to
English on the channel. Who set up this on the Chinese?
Oh boy. Well, that's quite the sticky wicket. There's no getting around that. Okay, so we're in a bit of trouble. Maybe the players will just play it out. I can't say for 100% certain what's going on here. Well,
yeah, I know, but
at the same time, I mean, like the situation. That's just the way it is right now. We can't change it. We can't.
Yeah, I cannot type.
We can't type in English.
Type it. No, whatever. I cannot type Chinese. I cannot type English on the game chart right now.
I mean, maybe we could actually get our production crew to type out in English.
Yeah. I think someone needs to type live on the game channel, but not me.
All right. So I mean, like, it's not a mistake we see all that often, but I mean, it has happened only one time and one time before that I can remember. Was it WGL? WGL Season 1, we had a T1 Cunningham join one of the teams by mistake, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just the way that works.
Yeah, but they're still on gaming. So
that's it.
I really, maybe we're gonna got some complaint about this, because we cannot stop them.
Right. I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate. I mean, like, someone's probably going to throw a fit after this game and say, wait a minute, we just won the game. I'm like, yeah, but we made a mistake.
But,
it's T1 Cunningham's.
Just practice this one.
I guess. I mean, like, it would make for good practice. I mean, we're talking. I feel like Horseman's strategy's been figured out.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to, tell them how to do that. But maybe they're gonna shoot them until all die, everyone die.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's happening right now. I think it can be construed as a serious game, as a real game. Right now, there's only one more tank left on our screen. We're not too much on the what's what I'm looking for. Action casting, but for the time being, our production crew has just prompted us to go to a short break, and then after that, we'll be back with our next game. So don't go away, guys.
Okay. Hey, say about.
and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We actually have no clue who won that last game because, well, we had a T1 Cunningham in there and we had to cut the production.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on there. We cannot type any word on the between the game.
Right.
So maybe it's a mod limit our typing or something. I'm trying to input anything, but no.
I think it actually, I mean, it's some kind of technical issue, obviously, but I'm wondering if it could be because of a recent update from Wargaming, but I can't be too sure of that myself. So, we're going to have the game remade. We're going to hope that not too much was given away in the way of, strategies, because, of course, well, that game was fully played out, the one with the Wargaming League account that had a T1 Cunningham in it. And so I'm not sure who won or if this is going to affect the thought process of one team or another. It certainly is quite annoying that we've had to deal with this problem.
Yeah.
But now that it's gone, we shouldn't have to deal with it again. I mean, there's only one other time that we've actually had a T1 Cunningham join a game by mistake, and that was in WGL Season 1. Or no, it was QIC Season 1. QIC Season 1. You remember we had a T1 Cunningham join a team by mistake?
Yep. Yeah, and the rematch. But on that moment, we can type and ask them stop and rematch.
Right.
But I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if the new mod Hopper knows something about that. We cannot type anything.
Maybe
between the game star. No, after the game star.
Well, I mean, the game's over now, and we're getting things reset and ready to go. I mean, we've got 2 M41 Bulldogs and 5 RU-251s coming out from PvP Super Friends, but. From Horseman, we're going to have, of course, the same loadout that they had in game number 1 on Prokhorovka. They're going to have 2 AMX 1390s, a T69, and 2 RU-251s for their tier 8s. Both sides going for the 587 loadout. And I'm thinking this could be the game that makes or breaks PvP Super Friends, to be honest with you guys.
Yep, and this time, on the previous match, I mean, later one is not count. The PvP was rush, and yeah.
Right, so now we're just waiting for both sides to give us their confirmation.
Maybe they're gonna change it. They got the right to change the tank because of the
our mistakes.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so we made our mistakes on our end, so it looks like they're gonna go ahead and swap out their tanks. We'll be back after a short break, guys.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you again for your patience. Because we made a mistake on our end, we gave them 5 minutes to go ahead and reselect their tanks, get their cool, and do everything else that they're going to need. And now it looks like both sides are ready to go. We've got, of course, the tank loadout. As you can see, it looks like there were no changes coming from Horseman. Did you say that's right, Edison?
Yeah, both sides didn't change anything.
And five RU-251s and 2 M41 Bulldogs it will be coming from PvP Super Friends. All right, so there we go. 5 seconds until the game begins. And spawning to the north on offense, or excuse me, rather defense, it's going to be PvP Super Friends.
Yep.
To the south on offense, it's going to be...
Yeah, and both sides, they're going to rush together this time. They're going to show up. What is a PvP Super Friend right now?
Wait.
They're going to rush.
God. North on defense, it's PvP.
Wait, yeah, defense, what? PvP.
Yeah, there we go.
The only second match.
South on offense, it's going to be Horseman. I'm sorry, it's confusing because of the minimap. It's confusing because of the minimap. We've got your minimap on their screen, Edison. There we go, but here's the big fight. Colin dives in there, he takes 1 hit. Spec Ops now getting splattered by Gorilla.
Yeah, PvP rush to the deep side. Oh, they should use the light tank to trash them. You know, they cannot stop here.
Yeah,
I mean, the Horseman need send 2 light tank to here to kill the Bulldog because the light tanks. No, I mean the Scorpion, you know.
Yeah, whenever I see...
Oh, the little bank on the right side.
Whenever I see Batman playing like this, I tend to think of him as dancing in his booth at Season 1 Finals, if you remember that. But here comes the huge pylon coming from Horseman. They're going to go straight toe-to-toe with Little Mac, trying to take him out first. Colin, it looks like he might be next to the stage. No, Spec Ops goes down first. But now it is a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of who I am looking for right now.
I don't think it's quite even. No one favor, I think.
Yeah, PvP Super Friends is not looking too good right now. They got 2 one-shot takes.
Oh, is it right?
Just as the last hit goes down, I think so. And Tare is going to try and get Spencer zoned out. Of course, Spencer is in that AMX 1390. He's got an absurdly long reload time, especially if his ammo rack was hit. But for the next 40 seconds or so, he just can't really, pull it together.
Yep.
There are 4 tanks that Horsemen are going to have to take down, and that's all left on the shoulders of 1 AMX 1390 by the name of Flying Unicorn. Can he or can he not make it happen? The question is, what happened there with Batman?
I don't know.
Well, I can see 221 in the key ADR for Horsemen right now. Excuse me, for PvP Super Friends. But Flying Unicorn's running for dear life. He's just been track shotted.
Yep.
He's now aiming for Kyo, but of course, once you run past someone's turret, there we go. So, PvP Super Friends takes this game with 2 tanks alive at the end of it, and with that, we're going to see good old Swapperoo, and that's going to put Horseman on defense now.
Okay. Yeah, but this map, I think the defense and the offense, not that different. Actually, not that different. Only one difference is when the defense side, you're gonna die, you can run away. Maybe let the time check out.
I wanted to ask real quick. How much damage did Batman do? Because he was 1 shot by the end of the game.
I cannot do that right now because of.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah, after we installed the mod, got a lot of problem on the. We cannot see the scope or about damage or experience there. Sometimes it's gonna pop up, but in most cases not. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, what I just wanted to point out there was like Batman, he just ran straight up to the center where the rest of his team stayed back there. I'm wondering how on earth is he still alive? And I think like maybe what might have happened was, maybe the AMX 1390s fired too many shots at him. And,
yeah, but I have to say that the problem about why the Batman is still there because of Horseman, they use the main force to the west part, okay, if you see your enemy on the other side, I mean the close the railroad and someone on the lower part, right? You got 7 tanks, you should rush one side, because your enemy is split to 2 parts, and they choose 1 part and not one together. That means they cannot rush the 1 or 2 tanks. You got more tanks, right? That means you got less tank on the other part. on that scenario, normally we should go together because if you leave someone there, they're gonna die earlier. Yeah.
But
that's why the Batman's still there.
That was the craziest part of it. I don't know. That's the first time I've ever seen that play happen, but it worked to some extent. I mean, we saw a completely identical tank loadout coming from PvP Super Friends, and who knows, that led to their victory in some ways.
Yeah, but on the previous match, I mean the one rematch, Horseman go to West Park. It's somewhat like a defensive position, But a PvP rush, make a big circle trying to get them. But when you rush and make a big run, you got a lot of chance to be fired.
Yeah.
So if they closer to Horseman, they all die. But this time it's different. They rush together. They didn't do any flanking. So on the Foxfire or Tank Selection, they got more advantage because the Arco Panzer, the Scott Panzer, is not accuracy. It's a full defense tank because it used 105. And it's not that easy to hit the light tank. So if you got a lot of hit, you're gonna make a lot of damage because it's a 105. But if you miss,
that critical moment when you miss the shot.
Yep.
Batman only had one shot left on him when he got to the south end of the map. All right, so we're gonna take things into a 90-second break, and then after that, we will be back with the Horseman on defense. Don't go away, guys. All right, guys, we are back now, and it looks like PvP Super Friends hasn't budged from their, I guess you say, the strategy that they used since game number 2. They've got 5 RU-251s and 2 M41 Bulldogs all over again. And I do...
They still on tank selection.
Yeah, but I mean, they haven't readied up yet or anything like that?
I'm not sure, but it looks like the same.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
both sides
it's the same.
Yeah, both sides they go, and everything is absolutely 100% identical, maybe?
Horsemen have a T49, but I'm not remember if they have T49 on previous match.
There we go. All right, so 2 RU-251s. They've still got the Panthers, and they've got a T49 and 2 AMX-1390s. Now, it's very important to note that you do not want to miss the shots with the AMX-1390s, because once they go on reload, it doesn't matter how many shots you're reloading with. It's going to be 48 seconds for that to finish up. Yep. Standard. But... here we go. As the game gets started, we're going to have PvP Super Friends on offense, and Horseman is on defense.
Yep.
It'd be to the south, it's PvP Super Friends, and to the north, it is Horseman.
Yep. And then they're going to rush to middle again.
I mean, it's going to come down to coordinated fire, and...
Yeah, but the Scott Panzer is not that good for rush. I have to say that again. It's really nice for defense, but not rush.
All right. Atari just took 75% of his HP off with a single volley there. Right. Oh, man, but Gorilla just got knocked out. Was he that T49? Yeah. Oh, man. Colin has done a 301 HP out of 1,200, and this is not looking good. Atari now plummeting to 312, 238 on Batman, 134 on Anuto. Little Mac is out of the game. Anuto is gone. Batman looks like he's next on that hit list. 19 on Antari,
Oh, they gonna die there?
Yeah, 91.
No one rush. No one
The
ran there.
numbers are
Oh, it's
plummeting.
bounce.
Oh my
You know
God,
what?
who's winning this? It's only 2 members of Horseman remaining. 1 now versus the 2 at PvP Super Friends. It's Feluso and Kyo is still alive there.
Yeah, you can see that 105 missing. You know, 105 is not good for rush.
Right. I mean, I think it's exactly as you basically said it, isn't it? And that's a nice ram there coming from Kyo. And now it's going to bring the score to 4-3.
Yep.
Are we about to see PvP Super Friends take this into a tiebreaker game, or are we going to see Horseman win the next?
If it is a tiebreaker game, I think the PvP gonna become the home team.
Yeah, because I mean, right now they're attacking. They are the attacking team, and well, they just got one of the fastest games out there. But basically, the way we determine the tiebreaker, who decides who is on offense and who is on defense, is the shortest rush time totaled up over all of the offense games. If they, yeah, there we go.
They got more time to remain, not sure remain.
But what happens? What happens if all 8 games make it to 0-0 on the clock?
Yeah, but I just asked that 2 days ago, but no one give me any. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's kind of the 1 in a million question. Like, what happens if it's like season 2 and the tiebreaker, like both sides have dealt out 100% even damage? What do we do then? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but for the same damage is really hard. But for the 4-4, it's it's possible. Yeah, everyone may be camping and the camping team win every time, so no assault team win. Possible, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now it looks like we got the tank loadout switching up just a teeny bit. We're going to go into a 90-second commercial break, and then we'll be back with what may potentially be the final game of the evening or the game that takes us to a tiebreaker. Don't go away, guys. All right, guys, we are back now, and just where are we in the state of this this final game on Prokhorovka is the real question to be asked. I mean, we don't have the tanks fully loaded out, but if I'm not mistaken, did they just say go, go, go? No, that was 6 minutes ago in the last game.
No, yeah.
All right.
They're still on the tank selection, so maybe they're going to change tank, I guess.
Maybe.
But for PvP side, because they rush and it really work. Every time they leave 2 to 3 tanks, and I have to say, like, the Scope Pencil is not for rush. If you take a defensive position, the 105 with a short range, because they rush in, you got really high chance to hit, and you got really high HP. So when they trying to kill you, they take a lot of time. But if you try just rush and shoot, you're gonna miss a lot, no fire output. They still can kill you because you have no cover.
I mean, that's basically, yeah, that's what happens in many scenarios. But at the same time, when we have that double or that rush coming from both sides of the map, and both teams meeting in the center of the map, the question that is to be asked is basically like, well, who's going to get the better end of this? And it looked like, I mean, It wasn't too terribly one-sided there between PvP Super Friends and Horseman in game number 3, but
yep. I know that.
It was pretty good.
Yep, because of Rush, sometimes depends on tank. Do you see the PvP here? They got 5 RU-251. It's really high DPM tank with 2 Bulldog. After Bulldog reload, they got really nice firepower, but for Horseman, they got 2 M13. When they rush together, M13 is still on the reload, still loading, so they don't have the firepower. On that scenario, they should, the Horseman, they should set up position for defensively, go somewhere a little bit. After M13 reload, they can rush because after he reload, he got really nice firepower. But if you rush to an enemy and without any bullet, how do you kill them?
Right. Yeah. What's the reload time on an M41 Bulldog? Do we know?
40 something, I think.
40 something.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
And it's a 10-shot 76 millimeter.
76.
Wow.
10 shot, but each one take like 150.
That is pretty good. If all 10 of those shots hit something theoretically, and if none of them are bounces.
Yeah, but before that, you're gonna see PvP got 5 tank can fire free.
Yeah.
But Horseman also got 5, but the firepower, comparing the firepower is totally different because your enemy got a top tier DPM tank there. They cannot keep shooting you.
Well, we could see something happen like Horseman go total E-long style and maybe take 5 AMX 1390s. We know that they like to do that on some of those bigger maps where they like to rush because, of course, their AMX 1390 coordinated firepower is so strong. But, of course, Horseman is not E-long.
Yep.
And
no, this one
587.
Yeah, this one is
something you would expect from E-long in some regards, or maybe Charlotte Tiger, right? 5 RU-251s.
Yeah, they got 2 more, or they got 1 more T69. T69 is not bad. T69 is really nice to counter the light tank.
And it looks like they got rid of one of their M4. Yeah, one of the M4 Bulldog.
Yeah,
or excuse me, they got rid of one of their Panthers and replaced it with an M41 Bulldog.
Yeah, I think that because of the outer Panther, it's really nice for defense. If you use it on the wrong way, you're gonna got big problem. And this time, they got 3, 4 autoloader. If you got so many autoloader, how to make up defense line is really critical because you have to waiting for them reloaded. Before that, RU-251 gonna shoot you.
All right, so there they are. They are off, and it's gonna be PvP Super Friends cruising to the north from the south end of the map, and to the north, cruising towards the south, or more towards the east now. Okay. It looks like it's gonna be Horseman, and they're trying to set up defensively. They're not even bothering for a middle rush. If you will.
At this time, at least on the strategy side, they're doing this. That's okay. I think.
If we stop and think about what PvP Super Friends does in most games, like what they've done to get themselves the wins the past 3 games, it's been mostly rushes up the middle, but excuse me, the last 2 games rather, that's been what they've done. But Horseman got the win on game number 1, and what I'm thinking here is if we see that PvP Super Friends doesn't really, how do I say this? Win this game out, of course they're going to be in a lot of trouble. But I feel as though if they all pile into the eastern side of the map, they're going to be in much more trouble. But we've got the M41 Bulldog initiating the capture there.
Yep.
And I think what we're gonna see from Horseman is them using their RU-251s for sniping, but none has already taken a good chunk of damage.
I think they are not right hurry, because of got 90 seconds. But normally, if you cannot reset this one, you should take the south side here. Problem is how to get there safely.
Especially with 5 RU-251s, top speed 80 kilometers per hour. The firepower from it is not bad. It's essentially a Chaffee, an M24 Chaffee on steroids. But Guerrilla is now moving out there.
Yeah, but on such scenario, they have to think about something. I can draw here. Because you must know someone sniping here. Someone was captured. There must be someone defend the capture circle. So they can go everyone together to kill this guy first. The time is okay, I think.
All right. Well, this game, I mean, we can feel the tension running high as the 45 seconds comes into the capture, if you will.
Yeah.
And at this point, I feel like this could be a game that maybe PvP isn't going to win, as we see Horseman just running over Antari, and he is immediately knocked out of this game. Kyo is exposed in that position, but not so much as Lil Mac. As we have Spencer.
My God, it's a power of auto loader. They should use like this one, you know. After the reload and kill enemy, not before reload trying to shoot anyone.
There we go. We've got the Panther chasing, and Nuto misses the shot. Gets track shotted now by Spencer.
Yeah, always, you know, I really not recommend you use 105 trying to chase your enemy. You should stand there to shoot someone, you know.
PvP's on the last, they're on their back foot right now as we have Spec Op one shot. Gorilla's going to try and make that shot, one kill happen, but his teammate gets it. He gets track shotted himself, but I don't know if Ice Water's going to get that kill.
Wow.
Indeed, it looks like he will. I mean, he's in the RU-251 right now.
Oh my God.
And nice ram. Doesn't disable the tracks, but I mean, he's getting pushed around like he is, how do I say this, a killer whale getting assaulted by sharks. All right, so, I mean, we saw a pretty good comeback there from PvP Super Friends, but, I mean, they fell just a little bit short of the tiebreaker.
I saw the really nice rush style on the PvP. You know, something like they come back, but, you know, on that match, Horseman seems to remember something. They choose one more auto-loader and trying to load it first and attack. Let's say, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is where PvP kind of looks at themselves, and PvP looks at themselves and they think, how could we lose that game on defense on Himmelsdorf? Because if they had won that game, essentially now they would be more or less in the tiebreaker game.
Yeah, but you know, PP still, on my experience, PP is doing really nice on open field because the Batman is really nice light tank driver. You know, when you drive light tank, you know, he can do a really nice job. But on the citywide, you know, it's not that easy for him because if you want to drive a light tank, you lost your firepower, you lost your HP. But if you drive the heavy tank, it seems not that good for him. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like that's definitely where their brilliance shows. But I mean, at the end of this map, they took 2 games, they dropped 2 games, and I feel like, how do I put this? Like, if this was the first map that they were playing on, they might have gone more confidently into their game on Himmelsdorf.
But I can say that, you know, because of the tank selection on Himmelsdorf, they are too familiar with the old mod, with the IS-3, with the MS-50.
Yeah.
You know? But on this new style, you know, you may use more tank like KV5, KV4. I think that every team have too familiar with that.
All right, so I mean that's this game. That's this this set in a nutshell. I mean, there's so much that we could go over, but I mean, right now I guess it's time to wrap things up. Guys, in case you were not here for when we had first begun this evening, the Coalition Singapore had to be disqualified because they did not have all of their players present in the channel that they were supposed to be in, the one that was designated to them at the designated time. And so we just went straight into Horseman versus PvP Super Friends, and we have determined that Horseman has been victorious in this match. So that's going to wrap things up for tonight. But wait, Edison, before we go, do we have competition next week? I mean, is there going to be...
Yeah, we have, but you know, I don't remember who is the next team. The team is already set up. But,
oh,
you know,
right. But I mean, is it supposed to be next week or no? Because there's 1 week where we take a break because of Christmas. Is that next week or the week after?
I don't think it's next week. Should be maybe the day after, the week after next week.
All right. I imagine we'll find out. You guys will find out come Tuesday or Thursday night of next week. If we're not here, then we're on break. But, of course, until then, keep watching. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny.
This is Edison 99.
And we'll see you guys maybe on Tuesday of next week.
Okay. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.